Hi all, I'm Fritz O'Skennick, and in the vein of Stone Thoughts and Random Rambles, I'd like to take you on a little journey I like to call the body. It all started at dawn, blurry-eyed, yawning, plodding one foot in front of the other, feeling brain-dead, but looking like an extra from Shaun of the Dead. I stumbled down the stairs on autopilot and switched on the kettle to assure my waking mind that my first caffeine fix of the day was imminent. As the kettle quickly rumbled to the boil, I rolled a cigarette to make my morning fix complete. I lit the end of my nicotine pacifier and inhaled deeply of its glorious, deadly, cancerous pollen, and so my mind awakened to the prospect of another day. Oh, bollocks. Coffee cup in hand, I stood and made my way to the sink and looked through the kitchen window to see what this new day offered. And to my immense territorial outrage, I found some cheeky fucker sprawled out on my lawn, embracing the morning sun. So arse firmly in hand and preparing a tongue lash that could kill a man at 10 paces, I unlocked the door. I stepped out into the dawn rays, squinting and shielding my eyes to investigate this dormant interloper. The closer I got, I realised this stranger was not moving. At first I thought nothing of it, and began to proceed onwards. It was then that I saw that there was no chest movement, no breathing, and droplets of dew had collected around the face and clothes of this departed individual. The coffee cup that I hadn't realised I was still holding dropped from my hand in rhythm to my increasing heartbeat, almost in slow motion as the cup hit the ground and splashed its remaining contents over my bare feet before soaking into the surrounding soil. A chill played the length of my vertebrae like a skilled pianist, making the hairs on the back of my neck stand on end as the full gravity of my situation was realised. I didn't even notice. I'd stopped walking when my coffee cup had hit the ground. I was cautious, but I don't know why. It's not like the bastard's going to jump out at me. He's dead. He's dead! Panic mode. I had to physically force myself forward to ascertain if my assumption was correct. Getting as close as I dared, I nudged him with my foot, fully expecting him to reach out and grab my ankle, thus releasing from me a high-pitched girlish scream that would permanently crush my testosterone-soaked ego. I released a sigh of relief as I realised that this was not to be the case, and knelt beside him to fully look death in the face. I reached out and touched his cold, clammy face and was surprised to find his head did not move to the side, as I had expected it to. His neck was stiff, as a result of the blood pooling beneath him in rigor mortis. I examined him and tried to bend his limbs as panic gave way to morbid curiosity. Inappropriate thoughts began to fill my mind, as I pondered whether or not he was posable, and then further as I contemplated how I could pose this meat mannequin in the garden, amidst the gnomes' flower beds and hanging baskets. But alas, my reverie was broken as a piercing scream shattered the dawn silence. I looked up and behind me to find the location of this morning screamer. Next door neighbour, top right bedroom window. Wide-eyed, one hand covering her mouth, while the other pointed at me as her husband joined her to see what all the noise was about. To my right was the freshly dug hole that I dug yesterday that was to be my new pond. And at the head of that was my spade, standing like a cross at the head of a grave. Realisation dawned. Bucket! And so began another day. See you next time.